Aquí é tudo bailar. Bonita, bonita.
Hey, bienvenidos de regreso to Sancho Fantasy. Guys, I'm going to make my start set video super quick, simple, and precise. This is based on a 12-man PPR league. And then, again, this is all dependent based on your team structure. So some of these may be starts, but if it were me, I'd sit if possible, right? And it's, again, based on your team, based on your depth, per position, etc., and who's available. So, for example, here, Carson Wentz is the start for me. Honestly, I have him ranked about QB 14. It is what it is. I'm just looking for somebody that's not gonna kill me, and I'm just hoping for 15 points. I mean, honestly, I want 20, but if I get 15, I'm okay. He's been okay. Elijah Moore, unfortunately, he's gonna be a start for me. Zach Wilson is I apologize again. I don't mean to offend anybody but for fantasy, a trash can. Even reality right now, he still needs a lot of work. But anyway, Elijah Moore is a start for me. I prefer to sit. Michael Gallup, I had a start. I could have started him at flex, but Sony Michel is the one I wanted to start just because I know Henderson is questionable to start. Unfortunately, I didn't have that option to choose one over the other, so I just went with a safe one with Gallup. David Montgomery, I prefer to sit. He has not been the Montgomery we were expecting. And that's very unfortunate, since he came back 10 points, 7, 10. That's flex, like droppable flex. Sit if you can. But here, I have no other option. Jamal Williams, again, it was an emergency pickup. He's actually more, in my opinion, it's going to be more, for this week, he's going to be more reliable ahead of David Montgomery. So he's a start. Jamal Williams, you can start. Rob Gronkowski, you just plug him in. Brady loves this guy. He's going to target him in the red zone everywhere. So start. Brandon Ayuk, start. He is solid. And as I excuse me. So I guess if I guessed it right, quote unquote, I knew that Deebo Samuel was gonna miss games this year, and it's already started. So yeah, you add him, you play him. Sony Michel, you play him if Henderson is out. He's about the RB 16 range as well, 15ish. Odell Beckham, you sit if you can. He has back problems. Who knows? He might not even play the whole game. Dalton Schultz, I would have started as well. 9 points is nothing sexy, but it didn't kill your week. Nick Chubb by DJ Moore by Booker. Droppable if you're not a Barkley owner and if you have other needs. Michael Carter, IR. Derrick Henry here, IR as well for me. Let's go to the next team. Matt Stafford, you start. Cooper Kupp, start with confidence. DeAndre Hopkins, I prefer to sit, but in an emergency, definitely startable. Jonathan Taylor, this guy is just swinging his. Bro, people were sleeping on him. People I personally know were avoiding JT, and I just missed out on him. Unfortunately, just the way the drafts went. But JT would have definitely been my top 6. Even I didn't, this year he just exploded. I didn't expect him to be this good, but he definitely. There's no other competition. If you get JT, you're almost guaranteed to win every week, almost. Mark Ingram, definitely sit. Zach Ertz, Mark Ingram was a definitely sit for me. Zach Ertz, start. Miles Sanders, prefer to sit. Emergency though, I guess you could start him. If he does anything, it's this week. And if he doesn't prove it, it's droppable. Yeah, definitely. Man. Kyle Pitts, I prefer to sit. This is one of the guys, and I can confirm this. I can prove it. I in a different league that I snapped PPR. I just joined. It was standard. I just wanted to test it out, test the waters with it, see how I do. And yeah, I definitely failed on that one because it was a different setup as well. No excuses, but I dropped Kyle Pitts probably around week 3. Useless to me, and I saw it a mile away. And then that's the type of excuse me, of advice I'm gonna provide here, where it's like I just see the flags and I know it's real, and I saw the ups and downs with this guy. I just didn't want him. I didn't want that headache on my team. Anyway, that's another story. AJ Dillon, AJ, I can't even talk. AJ Dillon, I'm by. Corey Davis, I'd sit. Ty, I'd sit. All right, next team. Kyler Murray, you start if he plays. Myers, I'd sit. Marvin Jones, I'd sit. Leonard Fournette, you plug him. No questions asked. Clyde Edwards, emergency, flex-ish. I'd start. Moreau, start him as well as an emergency. Freeman, I prefer to sit. But I get it. We're all in dire of running backs. Yeah, I prefer to sit. McKissick is out. Waller is out. Kamara is out. Tyler Boyd. I dropped, to be honest. Not worth a roster spot. He hasn't done anything. Nope, I'm good. Murray Cooper, however, bench, as I mentioned in my start set video. The only one I would have started was CeeDee Lamb. And Schultz. Anyway, that's it for this team. Let's go for the next. All right. Russell Wilson, you start an emergency. Jamar, you start. CeeDee Lamb, it's perfect. Whoever this team is. James Robinson is questionable, but you start him. Unfortunately, he fell a tier down for me. Used to be in my full confident, no questions asked, you plug him in. Now he's on the next tier where it's like a yellow-green tier, which I call it, where it's startable 100%, but there's a knock on it. What's a knock? It's just a team. They're not using him right. He is the most talented player on that team, and they're not using him. And it's frustrating to watch or follow. Anyway, it's Gibson, you start. Freiermuth, you start. Patterson, you start. Barkley, you start. Actually, I prefer to sit, to be honest, but again, you might not have a better option. Judy's droppable. I don't. This team is just trash. I don't want that headache. Tony, he's droppable. Chuba Hubbard by, and that's it for this team. Herbert, start. Devontae Smith, emergency only. DK Metcalf, emergency only. That offense is not clicking right now. And I don't expect anything different this week. Josh Jacobs is start if he plays here. Okay. Anyway. Brandon Bolden, I'd sit. Mark Andrews, start. Van Jefferson, start as an emergency as well. And then bye-bye. Allen Robinson's droppable. Justin Fields is droppable. I knew he wasn't going to be good. I never recommended, so. Let's see the next team here. Kirk Cousins, you start. Stephon Diggs, you start. Thielen, you start. Gaskin, you start. I mean, he's horrible. It's a real NFL running back, but he's getting the job done for fantasy. Like, that's just the truth. Zach Moss, droppable, and this guy's a trash can. Tyler Higbee, honestly, I'd prefer to sit. Yeah, I'd prefer to sit. I can't recommend to start. Marquise Brown, I'd start. Hurts is probably going to be out. And then Conklin, some points, if you're looking for that, for your tight end. But that's it. And then Tyreek Hill, it's a start. Dak Prescott, I knew. This is one of those guys that's hard to watch. He just chokes, man. He's a choker. And
I have him on the team, and I prefer to drop him, but there's nobody else in the waiver that I prefer over him. Anyway, um, it is what it is this week. Renfrow, you start. Devontae Parker, you sit. I want to see that action first. Joe Mixon, you start automatically. People were sleeping on him as well. I've mentioned him. I was aiming for him, but and then Tony Pollard was a sneaky play here, but you can't guess, that big run that was gonna happen. No way. George Kittle, I prefer to sit, but start if you have to. Knox, you start. Emmanuel Sanders, you sit. Melvin Gordon is out, and Gesicki, I prefer to sit. I actually dropped him on a team. Again, he won't kill you, which technically he did week 10, but he's still getting targeted. That's good. I just want to see something. Okay. Tyrod Taylor was not even startable, but this guy needed a QB, so he started it. Chris Godwin, start. Tyler Lockett, sit. I get it, but I get that he's got 15 and 12, but that's a good week for him now. It's not worth a start to me. Eckler, you start. Kenny Drake, you start. Kelsey, you start. Marvin Williams, or what's his name? Mike Williams, you sit. No way. Deebo Samuel is out as known. No offense, I'd sit. But obviously, if you have to start him, start him. Cole Beasley is sittable. Not startable. And then AB, honestly, is a drop almost if you need that spot. You need to pick somebody else up. Okay, so that one. And then this guy has him on their bench. Hunter Henry, you can start as an emergency weekly. He's getting targeted. T. Higgins, sit. I get it. He had a big game, but he's not consistent enough for what I want. I guess if you want an emergency play, sure. Henderson is probably going to be out, so DeAndre Swift is out. Deontay Johnson, start. Mooney, start. Josh Allen, start. Eli Mitchell, start. Bateman, sit. Javonte, start. And then Stevenson, sit. Christian Kirk, sit. Lamar, start. Mike Evans, start. McLaurin, start. Zeke, benchable. No longer startable. Najee, start. TJ Hawkinson, start as an emergency only. Waddle, start. Burrow, start. Mike Davis, droppable. Claypool, droppable. Dan Arnold is an IR. Tom Brady, start. Justin Jefferson, start. Keenan Allen, start. Herbert, droppable. Unless you're a Montgomery owner. Logan Thomas, start. Michael Pittman, emergency start only. He's been downhill right now. Jared Cook, not worth a start bench. Derek Carr, start an emergency. And Madison, automatic start. I'm surprised this guy doesn't have him. All right. Tom Brady, start. Justin Jefferson, start. Excuse me, I just did that. And then Patrick Mahomes, start. Brandon Cooks, emergency start only. Hardman, droppable. Harris, just sit. James Conner, start. Dallas Goedert, emergency only. He's not been a thing. Like, one solid season, and that was it. And it was even very volatile. Son, droppable. Galladay, droppable. Darrell Williams, droppable. Breida, not startable bench. And that's it. If you have any other questions, let me know. Taysom Hill was... No, I couldn't risk it. I couldn't recommend that risk. Tyler Heineke, emergency as well. He's double digits guaranteed, but it's just low. It's a hard and miss. Tua, I mean, again, these are all emergencies, so don't be surprised if they bite you in the ass. Mac Jones is actually one I consider higher than all of these. Russell Gage, I can't recommend. Not full confident. He's choked on us before, so I'm okay. Crowder, same. Not startable. AJ, maybe a little better now with color bag, but nah, I'm good. No, that's it, really. David Johnson's trash can now. I'm good. I'm sorry, I can't recommend anybody. Cole Kmet is solid few points every week if you just want points. Right. No. Any other questions, let me know. But that's it. Hasta la próxima. Peace.
Bonita, bonita, estiare, aqui é tudo